Hello guys, it's Lee here. Welcome to another video. So I've got a couple of things to share with you. First and foremost is that my little channel has recently gone over 100 subscribers. So that's something I'm quite pleased with. I know it's a relatively small milestone, but it just shows that there's people that are actually interested in the videos that I'm making, the content and the type of videos that I'm making. So I just want to say thank you for those guys that are subscribed, and I really appreciate your guys' interaction and feedback. So if you do have anything that you'd like to see in these videos or any questions, comments, just put those in the comments box below, and I do try to get back to practically all of the comments. So obviously as time continues, if the channel grows, then that'll be harder and harder to do, but at the moment it's quite a small little community of you guys. So I will be able to respond almost on a one-to-one sort of basis. So yeah, like I say, if you do have any questions or anything like that, then let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, so that's that said and done. What I wanted to really update you guys on is that I've had some results with HODLcoin. So last week, it was last Wednesday, it's now Tuesday, so almost a week has gone past. But we've now struck some blocks, so that was what the update that I wanted to give you. So last night, or should I say, I'll go back to the beginning. Last Wednesday I started mining on the Mac. I left it running for a couple of days and we just really didn't get anywhere. So I just left it running in the background. I uploaded my previous video and I just kind of left it as that. Yesterday evening when I popped back home, I noticed that we found a block, which is this one here. It come through at just gone 7 o'clock. And we got 50 HODL for that. So that was great. So then I originally planned on making this video and then sharing it with you. However, when I come in and checked it literally just a couple of hours ago, I noticed that we also found a secondary block just a couple of hours after the first one. So I'll just show you the details of these two blocks that we found. So if I go to show transactions details. So yeah, this first one came through yesterday, like I say, just after 7 o'clock. And it also says this credit amount was 50.062. However, what I've noticed is that you get the 50 HODL reward immediately, but then you start earning interest on it really quickly. So it shows you like this net amount, and it also shows you this secondary kind of part. But the original transaction didn't actually have that. It was just a dead 50. But it also shows you now that how much interest you've earned on it as well. So that's the first one that we found there, and then this one I think come through early hours of this morning. Let's just have a look at that one. So yeah, on the 29th, yeah, just before 4 o'clock in the morning. So there's the details for that one, and you can see there's some interest on that as well. So if we just go back to the main HODLcoin wallet there, I'll just center that, make it a little bit easier for you guys. So you can see we've got 100.36. So originally, just for the actual block reward, we should just have 100 HODL, but this is all interest earned to date. So literally in that last sort of 24 hours or so, we've earned a little bit of interest on it immediately, which is great. That's the whole point of HODLcoin. It's all about holding and earning interest and stuff. So we've been mining at about, I've actually just stopped it for this, just so I can make this recording without getting any jittering or anything like that. So I've just paused the mining temporarily, but I was just mining solo, and the Mac has been mining about 50 hashes a second. So if you've got around that same sort of performance, you can kind of expect to find blocks in around about 4 or 5 days, based on my experience. Obviously, it does depend on the network difficulty and things like that. So one of the other things that I just want to sort of mention as well, if you're trying to mine on a Windows machine, there has been a dedicated CPU miner that's been released, and there's also a pool that's just been set up as well. So if you're having problems with your hash rate and you don't want to mine solo, or you don't quite have the hash rate to mine solo, then you can do pool mining, and then you'll get more of a smaller but more regular reward. So you can just find that thread on Bitcoin Talk, or if I've got the time, I'll put it in the description. One of the other things that I really wanted to show you was this this idea of like depositing in your HODLcoin wallet. So I've not tried it, so I'm just going to kind of go through it now with you guys, and we'll see exactly what it is. Let me just grab a little sip of water here, because I don't often talk this much. Okay, so we'll click on the deposit, and then we've got it says a deposit address. So, I mean, does it create like a new address, or do we need to create one? What these other options are here? So we've got previously used address. I'm not too sure on this deposit address business. I wonder if I just use my receiving addresses, then we should have a let's just go with this. So at least it's an address that we'll have access to. It might be in the actual documentation somewhere, but I'm not too sure. So we'll go with this deposit address, and that will be actually my own address. So what we'll try and do is we'll try and put 10 HODL in there. The period will be for, let's just do 1 month. I won't subtract the fee. I'll just let that come out of my balance, and let's see what happens there. So I guess we press the HODL button, and then this presumably will lock this fund away for 1 month. Actually, I'm just going to change it to 1. I'm not that bothered about the risk of it, but just in case it kind of goes and is never to be seen again, so we'll just try it. So let's just try 1 for 1 month and see what happens. This will send amount of 1 to be locked for X amount of blocks, about 30 days. Upon is that maturation, it will be worth 1.26. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I can see that the balance has gone down to 99 now. Now, if I just have a look at the overview, I'm just wondering what happens if you don't send. I'm not too sure why that deposit address exists. Maybe, oh, actually, I know why it does exist, because you kind of issuing it the actual transaction to the blockchain, and then then the blockchain is going to choose when it sends it back to you. I think that's how it works. Okay, so then we can see down here we've got this. It's almost like a little mini bank statement part at the bottom. You can see these other parts here. So they're the various transaction details. So yeah, in 30 days time, that should come back to us. I'm just going to try it again with the deposit part. I'm just wondering if you leave the deposit address blank, and I'll just try another one. This time I'll just do it for, say, 3 months. I'm just really experimenting with the actual interface and just to kind of see what happens. So if I try and HODL it now, let's see what happens. Okay, it won't let us because we don't have that address. So I'll just use the same address again. We'll try it for 3 months. Wonder what the interest is on 3 months. Let's do that. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna try some more now. Just kind of let's do one for 12 months and just see what how that affects things. Ooh, that's not bad. If we lock 1 away for a year, it'll be worth 32 when it comes back to us. That's pretty nice earnings. Let's lock that away. I'm thinking what I might do is I'll continue mining, but I'm tempted to just buy a bunch of these HODL on an exchange and lock them away for a year, because I don't really need the money, but you know, potentially it could be quite a nice little investment in terms of earnings. I did check yesterday about the actual, because it's already been listed on the coin market cap. Let's go have a look at HODL. I think it was about 4 cents yesterday, so let's just have a look. Yeah, just gone. It says it's actually up, but it's down when I looked at it. So yeah, 0.35 of a cent each. So yeah, I wonder how they might be in the future. I guess only time will tell. No one ever really knows for sure, do they? You can only speculate on these things. So yeah, that's it for this video. Yeah, if you've got any questions or comments or anything more you'd like to see, or anything you'd rather know more details about, or if you want me to focus on any specific aspects of mining or crypto, or if you're having problems with your drivers or setup or batch files and any of that sort of stuff, let me know, and I'll try and help you guys out best I can. To the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.